Thank you for tuning in to Keeping It Real. This is Lewis, and today I wanted to discuss the legal issues and concerns surrounding our industry. There's been a lot of talk regarding the lawsuit, which has left a lot of agents confused about its impact on our industry, specifically regarding buyer's agent compensation and how buyer's agents will now be paid. The good news, buyer's agents will still be paid. It's just going to be a matter of how much and what agents are able to negotiate. And that's the biggest X factor of not understanding how and what to negotiate because of this lawsuit. So my goal is to provide some clarity, direction, and context to simplify it all, starting off with the new changes coming this July, just a few months from now. So the lawsuit, in the simplest terms, it's about listing agents misleading sellers with the buyer side agent compensation. What was happening is listing agents were communicating to sellers during their listing presentations that the compensation to buyer's agents needed to be a certain amount. And that certain amount typically was presented to them at 2.5 to 2.8%. Instead of letting sellers know that it was negotiable. So that's what got us into this mess. And what happened is it violated antitrust laws, resulting in consumers being subject to price fixing and tie-in arrangements. So at your listing appointments, just be sure to let sellers know that the buy-side agent compensation is negotiable. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Yes, the sellers can still offer a competitive commission to the buyer's agent. It just will not and cannot be published in the MLS. And it's all MLSs. It's just not our local MLS. So yes, it's recommended that sellers offer a competitive compensation to buyer's agents to attract a larger pool of potential buyers, multiple offers, backup offers, things that happen with all transactions. It's simply going to be a matter of communicating with the listing agent and negotiating your commissions. So the biggest question is, what do you say to a seller if they ask if they have to pay the buyer's agent? It's going to be a matter of clear and precise communication, and to some, a difficult conversation, but those conversations need to be had. And you just have to simply let sellers know that 88 to 90% of home buyers use a real estate agent, and that paying a buyer's agent is part of the cooperative agreement within the industry. And it's very beneficial for sellers for several reasons. Number one, it increases the exposure to the property by offering a competitive commission to the buyer's agent that will attract more buyers because buyer's agents have the largest pool of buyers. Number two, it provides access to qualified and serious home buyers because buyer's agents work with pre-qualified buyers who are serious in buying a home and not just looky-loos with no representation and not being pre-approved for a home loan. Number three, working with the buyer's agent will speed up the sales process because of the negotiations, paperwork, communication between all parties involved. That leads to a smoother and quicker transaction. Finally, a buyer's agent provides a professional representation to their buyers, leading to a more efficient and successful sale. This helps the seller avoid any misunderstandings or potential issues that may arise from dealing with an inexperienced or unrepresented buyer. It just does. So now, how about if a seller asks for your recommendation on a co-op amount to the buyer's agent at your listing presentation? Can you answer that question? And the answer is yes. You can say, I can't tell you what to offer, but I can let you know it's been as low as $0, not recommended, and as high as 3%. But paying a competitive buyer's agent commission is a very effective way for you to sell your home and attract more qualified buyers, increase exposure, and streamline the sales process. But it's important to understand that the decision is yours and it's fully negotiable. So I hope this helps, guys. We did put out quite a few notices as well. Thank you all for tuning in. And always remember, you have a contracts hotline available to you, 720-707-4401. And for those of you who are realtors, you have an additional legal hotline number, 303-785-7171.
One team, one vision. That's what we stand for.